Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Strong to severe thunderstorms, including a tornado threat on the board for the entire Tennessee Valley viewing area for this afternoon and this evening. I'll have everything that you need to know in this weather update, including a breakdown on threats as well as timing, at least our best guess in timing. We do have morning rounds of storms that we will be watching closely to see how that interacts and results in what happens later on this afternoon. But for this afternoon, we are expecting supercells to develop here in the Tennessee Valley. The best chance for those supercells to develop is just along and south of Highway 72 in North Alabama, continuing into parts of Tishomingo County in Mississippi. However, everybody in the viewing area does have the potential to see a supercell thunderstorm, a strong to severe thunderstorm, as well as that tornado threat for the rest of today. So again, that's chance looking like south and along Highway 72, but everybody included in this supercell risk and tornado threat for today. Let's go ahead and play through Futurecast because we do have some morning storms that we're keeping an eye on. However, I'm not expecting these to be problematic over the next few hours. However, later on into the afternoon, we are going to see this line kind of break up and fizzle out. Just exactly where this line fizzles out will play a huge role in what we see later on this afternoon. If we see it weakening and fizzling out more to the west, it's going to be pretty fair game for supercells to develop throughout the entire viewing area. But if we see this line kind of hold together a little bit stronger, I think our threat's going to be mainly concentrated a little bit more south. Those are a few different scenarios. However, again, we are playing it safe. Everybody has the potential to see supercells later on this afternoon, again, with that tornado threat. But with this morning line, we are going to see that break up. And then with the remnants here, we are going to have to see if these develop into supercells or how any sort of leftover storm boundaries will interact and cause some supercells to flare up later on the afternoon as well. So for the severe threat timing, it looks to be pretty much any time during the afternoon and into the evening. Unfortunately, we can't say exactly when, but we are thinking afternoon into the evening. As we get closer into the evening, we will continue to see those supercell thunderstorms develop and move through. This is about 7 p.m. We are not done and not out of the woods just yet. Continuing into the 8 o'clock hour and then into the 9 and 10 o'clock hour, we will start to see our threat dwindling down as these storms get past Interstate 65 and continue to move off to our east and out of our viewing area. But again, we are going to be on guard all afternoon and evening for these supercells with the potential to develop some tornadoes here in the local area. More on the threats here in just a moment, but we are expecting a calm overnight beyond that. Temperatures falling back into the 60s. Wednesday looking relatively uneventful. So here's a breakdown of the threats. Again, tornado threat on the board for today. In fact, we can't rule out a strong tornado or two here in the local viewing area. That is something that's not too uncommon with healthy supercell thunderstorms, and that is what we are expecting later on this afternoon. Damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour, as well as with those healthy supercell thunderstorms. Hail threat could be a little bit elevated for this afternoon, up to golf ball size hail. So we could be dealing with some large hailstones in these pockets of these supercell thunderstorms, as well as a flooding threat. With supercell thunderstorms, you get some pretty heavy rainfall. So all threats on the board, again, including a tornado threat, maybe a strong tornado or two in the viewing area as well. Be sure to have multiple ways to get warnings. The good news is this is happening during the daytime when most people are up, awake, and active. However, a lot of us are going to be busy during this time. So again, have multiple ways to get warnings sent right to your smartphone or wherever you are. Again, we've been saying the last few days, the NOAA weather radios for parts of southern middle Tennessee serviced by NWS Nashville experiencing an outage due to a system upgrade for today. So your weather radios will not sound. So it's important to have multiple ways to get warnings. If you're wondering if you're affected, you can head to our website. We have a blog post about it, and we also have posts about it on our social media pages. So if you have any questions about that, head there or send us a message. But of course, our free Tennessee Valley Weather app is a fantastic way to get weather information sent right to your phone as a push notification. It is free, courtesy of your local neighborhood Quick Mart. You can watch our live coverage there as well if there is a warning issued in your location. and you can also see regularly scheduled updates and check the radar as we are checking it as well. Looking at your Build Your Day forecast brought to you by Parks Lumber Company. Again, some morning storms starting to fizzle out and break up, but then later on during the afternoon, it is fair game for the severe weather threat here in the region. Temperatures otherwise in the 70s and 80s for today, probably cooling off after any storms move through. Over the next few days, we calm down after today, but we do have that very real threat of severe storms, again, including that tornado threat for this afternoon and evening. So again, stay weather aware, share with your friends, your family, anybody who needs to know this important weather information. Calmer for Wednesday and Thursday, maybe a few overnight showers. That's pretty much it. And then for your Friday, not looking bad at all. A great start to Memorial Day weekend. Unfortunately, looking a little bit stormy each day this weekend through Memorial Day. So just keep that in mind. But of course, we are mostly focused on today. So we will continue to give you updates on this forecast as we learn those.